Hello lovely Leos. Exciting energy around you this week, Leo. We see activation in your seventh house really coming under the spotlight. Your seventh house is to do with entertaining, not so much entertaining, it's to do with relationships and how you are perceived and how people perceive you. Now the sun has moved from the boring sixth house, which is to do with work and to do with all the things that are mundane but necessary to have kept you going. Now bear in mind that the sun is your ruling planet, so it's very important to you. And in the sixth house it's rather underutilized, because the sixth house is all to do with the mundane. It's to do with things that really carry on, that don't need too much energy, because they just work by themselves. Now when your sun comes into the area of the seventh house, then this stimulates fun, because it is a house of fun. It's ruled by Venus. It's a place where we want to go to when we want to expand, when we look at relationships and when we look at things on a long term. So it's a bit like going down the shops really. You're coming into a week where you can start to enjoy yourself, and this is where the energy comes in. Now the sun sits very happily in the seventh house. It is surrounded by friends around here as well, because in the seventh house you also have Mercury and we also have Venus, so it can be a little bit overindulgent. Now when this all comes together and gets energized, it can be a great time for you. A fantastic week for making new friends, fantastic week for making new relationships as well, or perhaps the feeling is good around you that you take relationships to a new level. The other area in your chart, which is the first house, now that has got Jupiter in, which again is a planet that is linked quite closely to you. Now Jupiter is not being activated that much as we speak. There's an opposition from your seventh, but Jupiter does like to be fed. So don't underplay yourself this week, and there's a need to actually get out there and use the energy. Don't be in a position where you think, oh, I've done this before, it's not going to work out. Because with the strength of Mercury in the seventh house, which is to do with relationships, you really do put things under the spotlight this week, which can enable you to solve problems. So if there are relationship issues in your life at this moment in time, or maybe there are work issues in your life at this moment in time, if you're self-employed, this is a week to put them under the spotlight, and this is a week when you can get some surprise answers. Thank you very, very much, Leo. Have a great week, and we'll speak to you next.